the Indiana Fever cruised past the Los Angeles Sparks 111-87 on Saturday night, earning their biggest win of the season. 4 players scored in double figures, the Fever shot 55% from the field, and built a 35-point lead. But after the game, the biggest story wasn't the score. During the nationally televised CBS broadcast, cameras repeatedly showed thousands of empty seats at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, fueling debate about Caitlin Clark's impact on attendance. Many fans felt the empty arena sent a clear message. Let us know in the comments if you watched the game, skipped it, or were there in person. And most importantly, we wish Caitlin Clark a speedy recovery.
As you can see, the entire arena is up for sale. For sale by owner, 2 tickets for a make-believe basketball game featuring a collection of unknown players who go unrecognized at family reunions. The cheapest seats for this instant classic are selling for $16. Seats in the lower bowl are selling for less than $100.
Let's start with the ticket prices because that's where this story really began. Just hours before tip-off, thousands of seats were still available across Gainbridge Fieldhouse. These weren't just a few empty spots. Entire sections still had plenty of tickets left. The cheapest seats dropped to only $5, while courtside and floor seats that usually sold for $100 to $200 during a Caitlin Clark game fell to as low as $16. Once Clark was officially ruled out, demand dropped almost immediately, and ticket prices fell much faster than anyone expected.
I'm afraid the boycott will be fully operational when your game arrives. Yeah, full-on dark side, Emperor Palpatine action, Return of the Jedi, Return of the Fandom, Revenge of the Fandom. It's bad news across every single Indiana Fever social media post that's being put out there.
Game photos told the rest of the story. Large sections of the upper deck sat empty, while wide shots of the lower bowl showed entire rows of vacant seats. A video shared before tip-off made the arena look more like a preseason game than a nationally televised primetime matchup. Fans quickly noticed, and the clips spread across social media, sparking debate in the comments. Although the official attendance was announced at around 16,000, many people at the game said plenty of seats remained empty throughout the night, with some sections never filling at all. It highlighted the difference between tickets sold and fans actually showing up, suggesting many ticket holders stayed home while others couldn't find buyers for their resale tickets.
This does not look good. This does not look good. You can see empty seats all over the place. All over the place. The upper deck is completely, you see these seats up here completely empty. Completely empty up here. Barely any people up here. I mean, it's empty seats all over the place, man. You could spot a nickel on the floor. Bad. Look at it. This whole section is empty. The entire section is empty.
The Fever's social media team didn't help the situation either. On the same day Caitlin Clark was ruled out, they posted a Calling All Gamecocks promotion featuring an exclusive South Carolina hat for fans attending the Sparks game. Instead of building excitement, the post drew heavy criticism. The comments quickly filled with reactions like, "No CC, no party, not watching, and first game I've missed in 3 seasons." One fan even posted their own injury report, joking they were ruled out with no return timetable, and the comment quickly spread across social media.
All it is, empty, empty. I mean, this is just one shot. I mean, it looks really, really bad. It looks like the damage has been done, and the fans have stood up and said enough is enough. Okay, it looks like the fans said enough's enough, man. We're not showing up for this. We got other angles, yo. And it says this is just 5 minutes before tip-off. And here it says the fans are tired and want the Indiana Fever to step up better and protect Caitlin Clark.
These weren't trolls or casual fans making noise online. They were the same people who had supported the Fever since Caitlin Clark arrived, helping turn a franchise that once drew around 4,000 fans on a good night into one of the WNBA's biggest attractions. Many of them had clearly reached their limit. Their frustration wasn't limited to social media either. Some fans urged others to skip the game and avoid the CBS broadcast, believing television ratings matter more to the league than ticket sales alone. Their message was simple: don't go to the arena and don't tune in. Whether coordinated or not, that sentiment spread widely online and became one of the biggest talking points surrounding the game.
The big story here is, did you see how empty the damn gym was? Did you see how empty this arena was? It looks like Caitlin Clark fans have taken a stand after all and have refused to show up to the Indiana Fever game.
To the Fever's credit, the organization eventually addressed the Alyssa Thomas situation through team president Kelly Krauskopf, who released a statement praising the league for making what she called the right decision and emphasizing that the team's top priority was getting Caitlin Clark healthy. While the statement was well received by some, many fans felt it came too late to slow the growing backlash. By then, the empty seats had already become the most visible sign of fan frustration, while falling ticket prices reflected the financial impact. Television ratings had not yet been released, but many believed they would provide the clearest measure of the response. Just 2 years earlier, resale tickets for Clark's games often averaged around $200, with some reaching $400. On Saturday night, however, floor seats dropped as low as $16, a decline that many viewed as more than just normal market pricing.
Man, if a CBS game has less than 1 million viewers for a Fever game, it's going to be a hell of a statement.
The timing couldn't have been worse for the league because this wasn't just another regional broadcast. It was a nationally televised primetime game on CBS, one of the WNBA's biggest regular season stages. Games like this are closely watched by advertisers, network executives, and media partners. Before tip-off, USA Today columnist Christine Brennan reported that some analysts were projecting a potential 50% drop in ratings without Caitlin Clark. If the official numbers reflect anything close to that, it would represent a significant decline rather than a routine dip. For broadcasters, the key question is how much viewership changes when the league's biggest draw isn't on the court, a factor that can influence future television rights negotiations.
The Great White Hope is still, without a doubt, the biggest draw in this league, at least on television. Unlike the rest of the pretenders in the WNBA, people are not telling Caitlin Clark to get off my TV. Last week, in her game against the Atlanta Dreamers, Caitlin Clark drew over 800,000 viewers on Amazon Prime. Uncle KC, that wasn't Caitlin Clark, that was Angel Reese. My Angel is a huge star. Yeah.
This is the part many people overlook when focusing only on the empty seats. In professional sports, media rights, not ticket sales, are the biggest source of revenue. That's what helps shape a league's long-term financial future. The NBA's television deals are worth billions because viewership stays strong even when star players miss games. By comparison, many argued this matchup showed how heavily WNBA viewership depends on Caitlin Clark. If the ratings reflect that, it could become a key talking point in future media rights negotiations. That belief also fueled some of the online boycott calls, with fans encouraging others not only to skip the game but also to avoid the CBS broadcast. Some supporters argued that reducing both attendance and TV viewership would send the strongest message.
You will go down in history like Bud Light if you screw this up. Woo-wee! Not Bud Light. Got to be more careful.
The salary cap adds another layer to this discussion. Under the new collective bargaining agreement, team salary caps and player salaries increased significantly, driven by rising league revenue, stronger TV interest, and growing fan support. Many people have credited Caitlin Clark's arrival as one of the major factors behind that momentum. That's why games with lower attendance or weaker ratings draw so much attention. If fan interest declines over time, it could affect the revenue that supports higher salaries and future league growth. On Saturday night, empty seats, falling ticket prices, and anticipation over the TV ratings became major storylines. Meanwhile, inside the locker room, Fever head coach Stephanie White became emotional as she spoke about Ty Harris.
Hey, great job. I'm really proud of you. It was nice to not sweat one out, right? It was nice to come in and to have high energy, right? To play together, to continue to build on a lead. Ty? It's the ultimate, I hope you understand it's the ultimate compliment that we can trust you to start you in a game and to play you these kind of minutes and to know that you're going to show up.
Watch the post-game footage closely. Stephanie White's voice cracks as she becomes visibly emotional while praising Ty Harris for her career-high performance after stepping in for Caitlin Clark. Harris filled a difficult role, and White said the greatest compliment a player can receive is earning the trust of the entire team, adding she never doubted Harris would be ready. The locker room celebrated the win with playoff-like energy, and White appeared genuinely proud of her team's effort. The clips quickly spread across social media, where some fans compared White's emotional praise for Harris with her public comments about Clark throughout the season. Many online users claimed there was a noticeable difference in tone, making the comparison one of the game's biggest talking points.
She's crying over Ty Harris? Dude. She's crying over Ty Harris playing in a basketball game and doing well. Stephanie White is crying over that. Folks, last year she was crying over Kelsey Mitchell saving her job against a trash Connecticut Sun team, and this year she's crying watching Ty Harris play basketball. Stephanie White is emotionally unstable.
That contrast was hard for many fans to ignore, and White's post-game press conference added to the discussion. When asked about the former South Carolina players on the roster, Aaliyah Boston, Raven Johnson, Bree Hall, and Ty Harris, she spoke enthusiastically about their chemistry, communication, and ability to hold one another accountable. She even joked that she sometimes forgets they all came from the same program until they break into a Gamecocks cheer in the locker room. White described the group with obvious pride, and on its own, there was nothing unusual about those comments. However, some fans felt the timing stood out because the team is also built around two-time All-Star Caitlin Clark, who has posted career highs in several major categories. White also praised the team's joy, chemistry, and togetherness during the win. While she never said the team was better without Clark, some fans interpreted those remarks that way, arguing they suggested the team played more freely in her absence. Whether that interpretation was fair or not, the perception spread quickly online, adding to an already heated conversation surrounding the organization.
This is absolutely disgusting. Stephanie White wept at the performance of Ty Harris. A kind word for Caitlin Clark takes a prepared speech and a hostage video. Trade Caitlin now. Yeah, I mean, for Stephanie White to say a couple of nice things about Caitlin Clark, you have to have the fan base go off on her and go crazy and lose it. And she needs to be pretty much forced to say some nice words about CC22.
Now let's talk about the basketball, because the context matters. The Fever beat the same Los Angeles Sparks team that had already allowed more than 110 points in back-to-back games before Saturday. Los Angeles was also without leading scorer Kelsey Plum and Cameron Brink, making it a heavily depleted roster. Just days earlier, the Sparks had also given up 53 points to Marina Mabrey. It was a game the Fever were expected to win, and they handled their business convincingly. That's why White's emotional reaction, post-game speeches, and praise for the South Carolina group drew so much attention. Some fans felt she seemed especially energized on a night when the team played without Clark in the spotlight that follows her. Whether that interpretation is fair or not, it became another major talking point, with many questioning why White showed some of her strongest public emotion while Clark remained sidelined. Now, take a look at this freeze frame, because it highlights another important part of the story.
Look at this freeze frame, folks. Look at this. Bruh. We're crying over Ty Harris, dude. Folks, we're crying over Ty Harris. We're crying over a 30-point blowout win against a trash Los Angeles Sparks team.
After Saturday's game, the Sporting News published a story titled, "The Fever's 2 wins without Caitlin Clark contain one startling truth." The article argued that Indiana's defense has looked better without Clark, noting the Fever allowed an average of just 80 points while winning both games by double digits. However, the context is important. One win came against the Portland Fire, a team near the bottom of the league in offensive efficiency. The other came against a depleted Los Angeles Sparks team that had already allowed more than 110 points in back-to-back games, was without leading scorer Kelsey Plum and Cameron Brink, and was playing the second game of a back-to-back. Given those circumstances, many would argue that 2 games against struggling opponents are too small a sample to draw broad conclusions.
But the only thing that stays the same is, oh, I love Kelsey Mitchell. That stays the same. But when it comes to Caitlin Clark, it's like a bipolar type relationship. She's just sitting there holding a rose. She loves me. Well, I love her. I love her not. I love her. I love her not. It's get Caitlin Clark away from this toxic individual, please.
Clark's 2026 season tells the bigger story. She's averaging 21.2 points, 8.2 assists, and 4.0 rebounds, while posting career highs across multiple categories. With Clark, Indiana is 11-8 and has competed with the league's best. Without her, the Fever's 2 wins have come against struggling teams, making it too early to draw major conclusions. Saturday also showed the team's depth, as Kelsey Mitchell scored 26 points, Aaliyah Boston added 17, and Ty Harris had a season-high 16. That depth is valuable, but it doesn't replace Clark's impact. She now has extra time to recover before the trip to Las Vegas after suffering the back injury on Alyssa Thomas's flagrant foul. While Indiana celebrated the win, many fans said the league still has questions to answer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.